Hi my audience, this is my review on the Christian Bale's Dark Knight Trilogy. Now I know I did a recent review on this, so I'm going to do I know I did a recent video on this, but my thoughts has changed with the going to bump it down some points. So, I want to give it the Dark Knight Trilogy a 6 out of 10 for mediocre score. All 3 installments. Because the more I'm thinking about it, I really just like it just because of the incredible action in the movie. Not just because, but I don't really like any of the characters or care about any of the characters or find the characters believable, convincing versions of these characters in this real-world building version of the characters for Nolan's vision. To me, I never really fully cared about Batman in this trilogy. I had trouble liking him or finding him cool of a character. He's not cool, nor is he relatable in this to me, because the reason why that's important, because the movie wants us, like, really goes out of its way to put it in the real world and take all of the theatricality that's known from the Batman mythology and out of the equation into the new real world building with Nolan's trilogy. So, we are supposed to find Batman not really not just a cool character, but a relatable character, I guess. And there lies the problem. It doesn't know how. I don't think it knows how to do any either in the trilogy, because I have trouble just getting on board Christian Bale's Batman, and you know, growing attached to him is hard to growing attached to him. Is like growing attached to George Clooney's Batman. It's that hard to go attached to Christian Bale's Batman. It's like trying to grow attached to George Clooney's Batman. It's just something I can't really fathom of happening. But people did have, certain people did fall for Christian Bale's Batman. And that's why they got 3 movies, and Christian Bale got a full Batman trilogy. But as a long-term Batman fan, or a fan of the original Batman films, well, and also a fan of the social style and some Batmans of the cartoons that I've seen, I just wish that this Batman run was a bit more than mediocre with the Nolan trilogy. I guess that's the problem is for me. It's like it's not a terrible trilogy. It's not by any means. It's just not everything I wanted from a Batman run. It just doesn't blow my mind, or you know, it just doesn't blow my mind like the Burton movies did, or that one Schumacher did with Batman Forever. And then Batman and Robin did kind of tainted the brand for me. And so did Batman Begins. And then the whole Dark Knight trilogy, I guess, is one of those trilogies for me that felt more like a phase. And not a kind of like stupid run to get into for Batman. And I just rather like have a third Burton movie, or yeah, I just think that Christian Bale's Batman's just kind of lame. Stupid to listen to, like Kid Rock music from Kid Rock. It's that kind of stupid Batman. This is what I find Christian Bale's Batman is mediocre of a character. of an action hero, his Batman, it comes across to me. Now the downside is the villains in the... Now the good thing is the villains in the Christian Bale run, like Bang, Scarecrow, and Joker, are cool villains and are much cooler than Batman. Because Batman's not cool in his franchise at all, I thought. He's kind of a lame hero, I found. I could, look, I just think I really like the action in the franchise. The action is always there, constant. It doesn't bother to cut to the action, and it just like kind of, I enjoy how Nolan does. I do enjoy the rush pace Nolan goes with his Batman movies. I'm going to say it's kind of rushed pace for his movies. Feel kind of rushed pace wise. Was this tight-paced action in the movie that's constantly in the movies, and I also like that these movies didn't make that much sense, but was mostly just dumb fun. That takes place not in the Batman lore universe that you're used to, but more in the real world with the Nolan style of filmmaking. So yeah, I did enjoy these movies. I give them a 6 out of 10. They're mediocre at its finest, to me. All 3 of them. That's why I give the Dark Knight trilogy a 6 out of 10, because the best part was the action. But I wish the characters were better, more likable for me, or cool for me. I just wish not every character was. The characters felt kind of, the heroes, Batman felt mediocre as a character. But great the action was. Anyway, so that's why I give the Dark Knight trilogy a 6 out of 10. From Batman Begins to The Dark Knight Rises. I think The Dark Knight Rises is the best out of the trilogy. So that's my thoughts on the Dark Knight trilogy. Well, I give it a 6 out of 10. Goodbye. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. Feel free to comment below, or don't. You don't have to, so, bye. That's my review on the Dark Knight trilogy.